Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of Blog Notes. I'm Martiel and I hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great week. And I'm actually going to be talking about something that a lot of bloggers face. And it's actually a topic that has come up quite, well, it's kind of hit home this week for myself and, well, for several other bloggers I know, because it's kind of like, well, it's a topic of discussion that I think we need to talk about, because I feel very strongly that, well, there are a lot of people out there who are just not informed. And, well, let's just lay it down on the law. Lay it down, right? Okay, so let's talk about sleazy people. Sleazy people who leave comments on your blog, comments about your posts on Facebook, comments about how much they love you, if they want to go on a date with you, things that make you uncomfortable, and just in general. So let's talk about that. What does that mean? Well, it means that there are sleazy people in the world. So why do they do that? Well, we don't know. It is an elusive thing, but for some reason they feel entitled that they can do that. And a lot of people have, a lot of, like the psychologists who study this type of behavior have shown that, and there's like Harvard studies that indicate that there is this culture online that if you can put it down in text, that you are masked by this screen, that you are no longer a person, that you can pretty much say or do whatever you want, and there is no consequence. So for those of you out there who get creepy people, it happens to all of us, but the truth is that all of us get them. So what do you do about them? Okay, so here are some tips on how to deal with sleazy, creepy people. So my first suggestion to you, as someone who gets them at least once a week, I get asked out once a week. Can you go on a date? Oh, you're so cute. I've been asked to go to Ethiopia. I've been asked to go to Cambodia. I've been asked to go to all kinds of countries that they'll pay my way. These are big red flags. You should pay attention to these. You should also document these, as they are huge red flags. Do not respond to these people. It's good to document, delete from the public space, but document them by using your print screen. If you're on a PC or on a Mac, you can do this. And if I can actually show you how to do this, and I will I'll put a picture of what a print screen button looks like. I will show you on a keyboard, and it'll be right below this video, so that you can see where on your keyboard you can grab a print screen. And it's basically just Control Print Screen, and essentially it allows you to grab an image of the screen, so that you can delete a comment, delete a thread, block someone, etc. Because these people will show up on Google+, they'll show up on your blog, they'll show up on Facebook, they're going to show up everywhere. And frankly, a lot of it is spam, and you should delete it, but document it. And some people are going to be persistent. But my first tip is ignore them and document. Now, if they're persistent, Usually my MO for dealing with people like this is to have my interns contact them initially if they're very, very persistent. Now, I have known I've known artists who have gone in incognito. Now, you could totally use this tip. Go in and write a message, very generic, like, "Hi, thank you for contacting Sumatra Studios," or whatever your business name is. We are a company that does X, Y, and Z. We're very thank you for contacting us, blah, blah, blah. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have regarding the studio. If you'd like to speak with, if they're trying to reach out to you, the owner, she is not here right now. I'm happy to pass along a message, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, and the name of the intern. So my intern usually contacts them if they're very, very persistent in that way, because it allows a buffer. But you can also go in incognito if you need to. Now, this is only for persistent people, and I don't suggest that you do this with other people, like with everyone. Most people, I just think you should, document, delete, ignore, because most people will just go away. But some people are going to be persistent. So in the event that you have something that's very serious, let's talk seriously for a moment. You want to report these people to your platform that you're having a problem. So if it's on Blogger, you're going to want to report it to the admins of that site. If it's on WordPress, the same. If it's on Facebook, Google+, anywhere that, if you're on Twitter, anything like that, you can report these things directly on these platforms. And I'll provide some links on where you go to report, go to their support desk below the video, so that if you need help with reporting someone who is contacting you inappropriately, you have a way to contact them. So, I'm curious to see here if any of you have had, what experiences you've had, if you've had any that have been, extremely inappropriate, and how you have dealt with them. Because I get them all the time, and most of the time I am able to just document them and ignore them and move on. Though there are some instances where I have reported them, because I live in the US, to the FBI, because there is an indication in my mind that, there is other things going on. And so I can also provide a link to the report desk for that as well. So if you have other things you think might be going on, you can check out all of the reporting channels through the FBI. And it's very, very easy to do. You just basically go in, fill out a very short form, tell them what you know, and they take it from there. They've never contacted me directly, though I imagine if it was something very serious, they may contact you. But I think that it's important to know that you have lots of avenues when it comes to doing business online. So my final thing is how do you strike a balance? How do you strike a balance when you have a business, and you're an art blogger, so you're an artist, and you have a business, and you're like, okay, well, I need people to trust me online. So obviously I need an address. I need to talk about myself. I need to be transparent in how I am as an artist and what I do and how I create and where that inspiration comes from. And on the second hand, I have a private life. So you have these two pieces, And you need to maintain a balance. And how do you do that? And what can you do to kind of mitigate like a lessening of that exposure from these, what we're calling sleazy people? So, there are a couple of suggestions that, when I talked to my fellow coaches, Elisa and Kira, as well as some other friends who are also artists, there are ways that we do this. There are, like, on your newsletter, you don't put your address, you just put your city and state. On your website, you have your address, but you have a dedicated phone number, and that phone number is only answered during X hours, and that's it. You don't share personal information. So you're like an author. Think of yourself like an author. So at the end of a book, Joe wrote this book, he's an expert in this, and he's wrote other books like this, and He lives with his wife and 3 children in blah, 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 in, X city and X state. So you don't need to give away the entire house and keep the kitchen sink. Keep that in mind. So as you're going forward, think about, how you can protect yourself online while also being transparent for your customers and those who love you. Because, of course, those are the people who matter. Ultimately, those are the people who matter. So I encourage you to share your ideas and share your experiences on how you what you've experienced about sleazy people online, and what you've done about it, or what you haven't done about it, or if you need help doing something about it. And maybe we can start a discussion about how we can help you, and give you some ideas on how to go forward. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. This is, another lovely blog note, and I will see you again next time. Have a great week. Take care.